like, you need unity in the church for it to survive. And what it shall survive is suffering. Well, rejoice in suffering. Rejoice. Suffer. I'm going to say suffer in, because that's better.
Wait, in parentheses.
Still want it dangling out there forever, huh?
It's a dangling person.
Yeah.
Dangling.
So, I need somebody to read chapter 1, 18 through 22. That's going to be the first step of rejoicing in the suffering.
I'll read it.
Yeah. 18 through 22, yeah.
But what does it matter? The important thing is that in every way, whether from false motives or true, Christ is preached, and because of this I rejoice. Yes, and I will continue to rejoice, for I know that through your prayers and the help given by the Spirit of Jesus Christ, what has happened to me will turn out for my deliverance. I eagerly expect and hope that I will in no way be ashamed, but will have sufficient courage so that now, as always, Christ will be exalted in my body, whether by life or by death. For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. If I am to go on living in the body, this will mean what?
22.
But
Yeah.
what did I do?
No, I'm not what you did. You and Garrett are doing something.
Oh, okay. If I am to go on living in the body, this will mean fruitful labor for me. Yet what shall I choose? I don't know.
So, basically there, to everybody that might have been a little lost, maybe a little different on that, like I was, like the first 5 times I read that. Paul is saying there, even though he is in prison because of Christ, even though he is in Rome, quite literally with somebody 24/7, that doesn't change anything. He is still rejoicing in the suffering, even though he suffers from isolation at times, even though he suffers from physical pain, he still is rejoicing in that he is, what is going on with him, that pain is going to go on to spread Christ. It's going to go on to spread the word. Through that, he even says, earlier in it, it says, as a result, it has become clear throughout the whole palace guard and everyone else that I'm in chains for Christ. You put an emphasis in there, for Christ. And because of my chains, most of the brothers and sisters have become confident in the Lord and dare all the more to proclaim the gospel without fear. By Paul's suffering, by him being humble and unified, he is able to rejoice in the suffering. And by that, Christ is spread. People become more confident. They become more Christ-like. More in love with God. And I think that's the biggest lesson from all this, that even though we might be suffering at times because of our belief in Christ, maybe whenever Ben and I go off to college, we get, somehow shunned because of our belief in Christ. We may go into areas where just people don't like us because of our beliefs. Or a missionary in Africa, a missionary in the Middle East that might be suffering physical pain because of their belief in Christ. By that, and by our unity and our humbleness to believe that Christ is going to get them through it, to believe that something bigger is in play, Christ is spread. Christ is grown there. And that's the biggest lesson. So then, to finish off, we're going to do some really quick ding, ding, ding. Well, that was some quick cooking there. So I thought, kind of like the church, to represent some unity and humility, and to kind of rejoice, it brought some string cheese. So
Everybody likes drinkies.
Ding ding.
It's probably Nicholas' turn to.
Um,
I know.
so yeah, I want to end on. I would actually like to read the final verse. It's going to be chapter 1, 27 through 29. Sure if that reads along. Whatever happens, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. Then, whether I come and see you or only hear about you in my absence, I will know that you stand firm in the Spirit, striving together as one for the faith of the gospel, without being frightened in any way by those who oppose you. This is a sign to them that they will be destroyed, but that you will be saved, and that by God. For it has been granted to you on behalf of Christ, not only to believe in him, but also to suffer for him. And that's kind of like the final verse that kind of that convinced me to do this lesson in the end.
It's cheese.
Everywhere.
They just got cheese.
There's cheese dripping everywhere.
What is it? Juice?
Drippy
Yeah,
cheese.
it's like
I'm sorry,
cheese
just
kind of
started
right.
into it.
Oh, it's a little old.
Wow.
But yeah, that's the lesson. I hope you guys had fun there.
The church tastes more like food poisoning.
Yeah.